Hi, I'm Joe Tong with InstructionalFitness.com. Today I'm at Gold's Gym here in Venice, California. I'm going to show you an exercise that's going to target your lower back. This is seated lower back exercise, seated crunch, seated spinal erectors. There's a lot of names for it. Seated lower back raise. The main thing though is the setup for this exercise. Okay, so this machine here, you're going to see there's a lot of ones like it that are similar. They all pretty much look the same. It's going to have a name across it referring something to the lower back. Okay, what I do, first thing is I set the legs up. I come here, I don't go all the way down, I put it a couple inches from the bottom. So this being the bottom, raise it up a few inches. Idea behind this is once I sit down, my legs aren't going to be completely stretched out. They'll have somewhat of a bend to them. Next is the seat. Okay, with the seat adjustment, this is all the way down. That's going to give me no stretch. So I want to come up a little bit. This is going to be trial and error from your part. So when you sit down now, you notice my knees are bent. Okay, my hips aren't too high. If you notice where the pad is, the pad's coming up right at the start of my upper back, and that's where you want it at. I select the weight. Then I'm going to make sure my repetitions are going to be at least 10 or above. Now, the secret or the key to this exercise, when you sit down, make sure your hips are all the way back. If you're sitting down and your hips are up here, you're going to be at a mechanical disadvantage and you're not going to put a lot of stress into the lower back. So my hips are all the way back. The pad's across my upper back. Now I'm going to cross my arms. Or if you have trouble keeping your hips into the seat, I'd recommend grabbing the sides. Okay, another little secret is when you grab the sides, instead of holding them like you see people do, okay, that's still gonna let your hips come up. I actually like to do the other way. I like to take it and push down on the handles. By pushing down on the handles, I can firmly press my hips into the bench, keep my hips down at all times. Come forward, maintain an arch always in the lower back. So with that in mind, my lower back stays arched. I come back all the way. At this point, I still have an arch in my lower back. My knees are still bent, but the pressure is on the lower back area. Keep an arch in my back, my chest up. I come forward. Again, returning back. Now, by doing this exercise like this, all the tension is going to my lower back. Some of the mistakes you might see, one, if you go too heavy, what's going to happen is I'm going to round my back. Now with my back rounded, I'm still working lower back, but it puts extreme amount of stress onto the disc area. And it's also putting some into my hips and my hamstrings. So now my legs are getting somewhat of a workout instead of the lower back. Or if I go too heavy a weight, you might see that I'm not doing a full movement. I might be cheating and only going up to starting position, therefore thinking, you know, if I'm all the way up straight, then it's a full rep. You're only cheating yourself. Again, start the exercise with your chest up, back arched. Full movements by keeping that arch in your lower back. That's going to put all the stress into the lower back area, working the spinal erectors, and that's when you can get the key results that you're looking for.